Are you looking for the best language translation earbuds 2024? In this video, we will look at some of the 10 best language translation earbuds on the market. For more details and price, click product link. Please check the description box below. Before we get started with our video, number 1. Vasco V for language translator device. Best overall. The Vasco Translator V4 earns top pick as the best overall digital translator in my books. This compact translator looks and feels like using a smartphone. The user-friendly touchscreen and camera are very intuitive and easy to figure out. I like that I can hand the device over to anyone I meet and without having to explain what to do, they're able to figure it out so we can have a conversation, despite not sharing a common language. I also really like that this translator offers voice, text, and photo translation. It makes it easy to communicate with people, but it's also great for autonomy. You're able to read things like menus or subway signs without having to ask for English translations. Something else that is particularly great about this translator is that it offers voice-to-text translations. I've actually used this to practice my Turkish pronunciation if the text it picks up matches what I'm saying. When I'm attempting to speak Turkish, I know my pronunciation is correct. The price point for this option is admittedly higher than a lot of other digital translators on the market right now, but I think it's worth the price if you plan on using it frequently. The translator comes with a built-in SIM card and free lifetime data, so you can rest comfortably knowing that you'll always be connected and able to translate wherever you might find yourself. This translator also offers a whopping 108 different languages available, which is leagues better than most translators currently available. Number 2. Timekettle Mini Handheld Translator Device. Best budget. The Timekettle T1 Mini Translator Device is a great option if you're looking for a digital translation device that doesn't break the bank. This relatively budget-friendly option offers translation of 39 languages and 88 accents, with 13 major languages available offline. It also comes with 1 year of free data. After that, you can opt to pay for a subscription fee or simply use it in Wi-Fi or offline. We really like that this option offers voice, text, and image translation and is relatively user-friendly and easy to figure out. It features automatic language detection as well, so you won't have to worry about figuring out any settings before starting a conversation with a local. The one thing we didn't love was the small screen. While it's great that this translation device is so compact and easy to fit into your pocket, the screen might be difficult for some folks to read. This can lead to issues when you're trying to have a conversation with a local who has to go searching for their reading glasses before they can communicate with you. Number 3. Timekettle M3 Language Translator Earbuds. Best in ear. Looking for something a little more subtle? The Timekettle M3 Language Translator Earbuds replace the digital translation device and instead function like you have a real translator speaking into your ear. This can be a great option if you're looking for a translation device that'll suit more professional scenarios or intimate settings where you're having a one-on-one conversation with someone speaking a different language. We also really like that these earbuds actually double as a traditional pair of Bluetooth earbuds. You can easily pair them with your smartphone and use them to listen to music or take calls as needed. They offer a 7.5-hour battery life and come with a charging case that lasts for up to 25 hours of use. The earbuds are also noise cancelling and boast a 10mm diaphragm, high-performance speaker. This option is a lot cheaper than the other digital translation devices out there, but it's not as convenient as the smartphone-style option. You can't translate menus or anything visual that you might need to figure out. The translator also requires pairing with your smartphone, which isn't always comfortable when trying to speak with a local for help. The great thing about a traditional translator device is that you don't need to hand your phone over to a stranger. Number 4. Pocketalk Plus Voice Translator. In a rush? Try a voice translator. If you don't have the time to learn a language and you don't want to rely solely on Google Translate, try the Pocketalk Plus Voice Translator. We reviewed it in 2021. It's an internet-connected device you carry around, not unlike a smartphone, but you and another person can speak into it, and it'll spit out reliable and accurate translations. The interface can be a little clunky, but it supports a whopping 82 languages. In audio and text, there's a camera you can use to take pictures of text and get them translated. It's spendy, but if you're country hopping frequently, it's a worthy addition to your bag. Just know that the SIM you get works only for 2 years, and it'll cost another $50 to reconnect it, or you can stick to Wi-Fi or Tether from your phone. Number 5. Timekettle WD-to-S Translator Earbuds or Translator Earbuds. The Timekettle WD-to-S translating earbuds might be as close as technology has come to replicating Babel fish from The Hitchhiker's Guide. For anyone unfamiliar, Douglas Adams had the idea of a small yellow fish you could slip in your ear to translate any language. The perplexingly named Timekettle has paired Bluetooth earbuds that look like knockoff AirPods with an app on your phone that translates two-way conversations in real time. You can put one earbud in, give the other to someone who doesn't speak your language, and then talk and understand one another. That's the theory, at least. There's also a mode where you can have your phone talk back, in case you don't want to hand an earbud to a random person you just met. Sadly, they don't work as well as I hoped. There's a delay, so forget about flowing conversations, and the translations are sometimes dodgy or flat out wrong. The earbuds also lose connectivity frequently, and you need a good Wi-Fi or cellular connection, because the offline mode is worse. Timekettle says the AI chooses the best translation engine from DeepL, Google, Microsoft, iFlytek, and others, though why or how it decides is unclear. Background noise is mostly filtered out, but multiple people speaking can cause issues. I have briefly tested Spanish and Italian with mixed results, and user reviews suggest some languages are better than others. For all the many flaws, in the right circumstances, the Timekettle WD-to-S Translator Earbuds feel a little like magic, and they worked well enough that I am packing them for my next trip. Number 6. Sony WF-1000XM5. Best overall, 10/10. The sound quality on these Sony earbuds is so incredible that they almost belong in a category of their own, delivering plentiful bass and detailed sound, and outperforming everything else on this page by some margin. I found myself hearing parts of tunes that I had forgotten existed while wearing the XM5. Sony, who also found a place on our guides to the best noise-canceling headphones, the best Bluetooth speakers, and the best sound bars, clearly know what they're doing. If you're expecting a but there isn't much. The one real quibble is that there's no aptX here. See FAQ, but Sony offers its own sharp-sounding LBAC codec, which sounds just as good. The downside is you have to twiddle with some settings in your phone to enable it, but it's not that hard. Naturally, iPhone users are out of luck, and will have to slum it with less sharp sounds. Other than that, everything from noise cancellation, which is industrial strength, to taking calls is a delight. If you were looking for quibbles, these are slightly bulkier than the other earbuds under test, but the good news is that the XM5 model is 25% smaller and 20% lighter than the preceding XM4 model. That translates to slightly more comfort and a less bulbous look in your ears. The other new part is that there's a few more touch controls. By tapping out a Morse code-esque series of commands, you can pause music and adjust noise cancelling, and you can shake your head to answer calls, if you don't mind looking completely insane. The noise cancelling is also notably better, which is nice, and, while the sound is not markedly better than their illustrious forebears, with the XM4 being discontinued and becoming harder to find, these are a highly worthy successor. Sony is still the Rolls-Royce of the wireless earbud world, and for any who can stretch to the asking price, these are a life-improving listening joy. Number 7. Shokz OpenFit Air. Best open-ear earbuds. Shokz are famous for having pioneered bone conduction headphones, where the sound travels through your cheekbone, leaving your ear completely open to the world. We consider their Open Run Pro the safest headphones you can get for running. These new OpenFit Airs hook individually onto each ear, without a band to go round the back of your head. That makes them lighter, more convenient, and more like the average earbud. They still leave your ears open, the bud rests just in front of your ear canal, but don't actually use bone conduction. Instead, They use a new technology called direct pitch. This uses A18X 11mm driver with a special carbon fiber diaphragm and an algorithm that boosts low frequencies. The effect is pretty remarkable. Music, podcasts and phone calls all sound as clear as they do within earbuds. It's far better than bone conduction, but you can still hear everything around you, making these a very safe choice for runners or cyclists in traffic. One slight drawback is that they're not quite as secure as the type that screw into your ear. When I took a run, the right one stayed firm, but the left one wobbled a bit. It never fell off. Another point to note is that, compared to screwed-in earphones, you will find yourself putting the volume up and down a lot whenever traffic gets too noisy. But at least you've heard the traffic, and you're still alive. These are now the earbuds I use for biking to work. Switching to noise-canceling headphones when I need to get some writing done. Anyone who runs or cycles should probably have a pair. Number 8. Technics EAH-AZ60. Best fitting wireless earbuds. Technics is the serious audio wing of Panasonic, and as with their hi-fis, you expect them to deliver the goods on the sonic front. These metallic and surprisingly weighty little buds don't disappoint, delivering better bass than most and highly realistic performance. Pleasingly, these come with a whole range of adjustable ear tips and extra that's missing from many earbuds, which means that you can find one that makes for a good seal inside your ear. This makes a huge difference not just to headphones falling out, but also to the sound. That attention to detail also comes through in the paired Technics app, which offers more adjustments than any other on test. The best bit is being able to tune the noise cancelling from 0 to 100, which means you're less likely to wander into the path of an oncoming bus while wearing these. Annoyingly, there's no anti-X here, and you'll have to fiddle with your Android device's settings to use LDAC if you want sharper sound. Apple users, as ever, are simply out of luck on this front. These are outclassed by several headphones on the sound front, but offer a well-balanced, adjustable package which may make them a great choice for listeners who struggle to get headphones that match their needs on fit and noise cancelling. Number 9. KEF Mu3. Best looking wireless earbuds. You feel like you're stepping up to the world of premium hi-fi when you unbox these KEF Earbuds, designed by the same genius who made their gorgeous, alien-looking Mu3 speakers. Although the sound quality is not as mind-boggling as the Sony or the B&O, it is very, very good indeed, making you feel as though you're standing in the middle of the recording studio. Another plus point is the simplicity. There's no app to download. They paired instantaneously to my iPhone 12, and there aren't too many controls to master, just the usual single presses to stop or start music or phone calls, and long presses for volume. The only thing I did miss was a rewind command, which I use a lot when listening to podcasts. You can jump forward by a minute, but not back. That's because the left bud is used to cycle between normal, noise-canceling ANC and noise-emitting ambient. The latter is extremely good, letting in all the important traffic sounds and voices you'd want. The noise-canceling is decent too, but the earbuds fit so snugly there are for tip sizes that they already block most sound anyway. One great feature of the KEF Mu3 is fast charging. Just 5 minutes plugged in gets you an hour of playback, which is great when you're on your way out of the door. Number 10. Jabra Elite 5. Best mid-range wireless earbuds. Jabra are past masters at wireless headphones and earbuds, and this well-made, pleasingly tactile headset is just one of zillions of Jabra earbuds on sale. It strikes a good balance between the loftier end of the market and entry-level buds. With surprisingly great sound quality, these deliver pretty filthy bass and good noise cancelling, a feature you won't find in the cheaper end of the market. These also offer aptX for improved sound and are nicely shaped so they'll stay in your ear as you pound the pavement. If you can't quite stretch to the top of the market, these are a good mid-range choice, and you can pick them up on sale for far cheaper than their list price.